I'm Jonathan Michaels. I am the founder and lead trial attorney for MLG Attorneys at Law. Today we're going to be talking about the economy and what might be happening out there, what's happening now, and what we might expect to happen in the future. Clearly, this is just a real big economic mess. Businesses have been closing throughout the state of California, throughout the United States, and there's a lot of different opinions out there as to what might happen in the future. And so we've taken a really long, hard look at the data that is available, and we'd like to interpret some of that and tell you our thoughts as to what we think might happen in the future. So looking at the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, as a baseline, in the beginning of March, our unemployment rate throughout the United States was 3.5%. That's a really low rate. It's expected that by the end of this year, that the unemployment throughout the United States will settle at about 19%. So figure by December of this year, unemployment could be at 19%. And then it's expected that in 2021, the unemployment will fall to 15%. And in 2022, it could fall to 13%. If that's true, that means it's going to be quite a difficult situation for many years to come. To put those numbers into perspective, it really helps to look back and compare it to some other periods in history. So since the Great Depression, so since the 1930s, there has been only 1 year in the United States where unemployment has been above 10%. And that was in 1982. Unemployment was at 10.8%. So talking about unemployment of 19% or 15% or 13% is just absolutely massive. I think it's society changing. And if we look at what's happened over the last several weeks, since the outbreak of the coronavirus, in the last 4 weeks, there have been 22 million unemployment claims made. And I think that number is probably pretty understated, because if you look at the data that's out there, there's actually quite a few people that are trying to make unemployment claims, but these systems are overrun with volume, and so they're not able to. So it's at 22 million known claims, and who knows how many people are trying to file unemployment claims but are not able to. So what does all this mean? I think that for the luxury market is really going to fall out pretty significantly. I think for the housing market, there's going to be a fairly large adjustment that we're going to see this year and in the coming years. And I think the two industries that are probably going to be the hardest hit are restaurants and retail. I think that a prolonged period of having those businesses closed is going to do untold damage on the businesses. And in particular with retail, we're now going to be creating a culture of people who are accustomed to shopping online. And society was already going that way with the internet and the ease of being able to shop online. But I think that while we were progressing towards that, now we've hit warp speed, and we're just going to be so used to buying things online that these large big box retailers like Nordstrom or Macy's are really going to be struggling. Maybe you've seen about 2 months ago or 3 months ago, Barney's filed for bankruptcy. It was a high-end luxury retail, big box retailer. And the talk right now is that Neiman Marcus is looking to file bankruptcy in the next couple of weeks. And that tells actually quite a story, because they're not filing for bankruptcy because of what happened solely in the last couple of weeks. They're filing for bankruptcy because they've been in a sustained weakened position for the last couple of years. And the coronavirus is just pushing them over the edge to what will likely be a filing. So then the question is going to become, what happens to all the other large retailers like Saks Fifth Avenue or Nordstrom or Macy's? It remains to be seen, but it's going to be quite something. And I think particularly in these times, those who can come out on top are those who are able to innovate and to reinvent themselves. and able to turn this negative into a positive and look at the opportunities that this presents and not make fear-based decisions, but make intelligent decisions based on the data that's in front of them. So hopefully that helps. And if you have a legal claim, this might be the time to really look at pursuing it. It could be something that could be pretty significant for you if you have a valuable claim, and other sources of income may be eventually drying up. So hopefully that helps. Be well. Have a good day.